Okay. Third video. This is the positive one. Jeez. Man, the first two, not so positive. But this one, guys, it's positive. Henry Cavill, Superman, trended. Now we just need a green light. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right. Well, today was a nice little pleasant surprise. I almost said well, it was a present, but it's a pleasant surprise, which was Henry Cavill, hashtag Henry Cavill Superman trended today. And I was like, oh yeah, there was a little thing, a little push today. Cool. And a lot of people were just tweeting their appreciation for Henry Cavill Superman. We all love him as our modern day Superman. I mean, regardless how you feel, it's like, yeah, obviously we can respect the past with Christopher Reeve. Yeah, 100%. You know, I could watch those movies, appreciate them. Oh, look at that. They made a man fly back in the late 70s. And then into, oh man, look at that. It just really started something. I mean, the legacy of this character. And I mean, even back, you know, with George Reeves, you know, all the way back, they were doing that. And then it came to the animated, you know, the cartoons that were, I had all the VHS for. And then it's just crazy, the legacy of Superman. So it's like, how do you reinvent him? And it just seemed like Snyder, Nolan, Goyer, they were like, hey, well, we got this idea. Let's reinvent him. Let's ground him in this reality right here. And we got to get that actor that could just really just do it. And when they cast Henry Cavill, I mean, my God, not only is he like, you know, one of the fucking prettiest dudes out there, he really does embody it. I mean, as I've said it before and I'll say it again when it comes to Tyler Hoechlin. Is that how you say his name on CW? Cool. You got a new costume. Maybe I'll check out Superman and Lois, but I just don't see it, man. I see Cavill. And some of the things that that were on the tweets today, well, I tweeted out and it took off, man. Took off. I was like, man, yeah, this hashtag was really taking off. But I posted this picture that I had saved in my phone, and I was like, hey, look what's trending. Hashtag Henry Cavill Superman. I also like took a little dive into Amazon and saw the Superman, the BVS statue right here, which is gorgeous. And yeah, I said, you know, stimulus check. I did get my stimulus check. That's up to you guys. Want to do it? It's a little pricey. It's pretty, but I'll even provide the link down below if you if you feel like. But then there's a lot of other people that were like, oh, well, look at this one, Dave. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Prime One Studio. Oof, man, that was a big one right there that somebody was like, oh, you should do that one instead, Dave. Do that one. But then what was interesting, guys, was like, oh, not only did, you know, fans take part into this hashtag, but even Zack Snyder himself decided, hey, I'm going to take part in this little hashtag too, and posted this right here. Bam. We've seen this before. Snyder has posted. I don't think he posted this on Twitter, though. I think he posted it just on Vero. And it said, Henry Cavill is Superman. Hashtag Henry Cavill Superman. This is like, I'm telling you, Snyder is, as much as like the campaigns and the promos for his Justice League aren't going to be starting till next month, for, you know, early next month. And he was like, okay, you know, let's, you know, when it comes to January, well, I'm just going to secretly kind of promote my shit. I mean, because obviously Henry Cavill is his Superman, is going to be in Superman. So let's post the very first image of Cavill as Superman. Well, not the very first. I think, what is that? Maybe it is. I don't know. But it's him with the Christopher Reeve costume sitting in the chair. I mean, it's funny because when you look at Cavill in Man of Steel, I mean, Jesus Christ, he's doubled in size. And I love how Snyder is like in the fucking reflection right there. But yeah, costume test. And it was just like, even Snyder is taking part in this fucking hashtag right here, this little campaign. It almost makes you wonder. Was that always going to be the case? But I mean, when it comes to me, guys, and Cavill Superman, I would love to see him continue on as long as possible. Cavill wants to play him as long as possible. When it came to all the stuff, when it came to release Snyder Cut, and I know a lot of, oh man, there were some people that were like throwing shade at him, throwing fucking shade at him because he didn't take part of that November 19th or November 17th, 2019. It's so weird because now we're in 2021. Just, it's like, wait, that was last year, right? No, technically not. But it, you know, it was, I guess you could say 14 months ago, almost 14 months ago. And a lot of people were not happy that Cavill did not take a part of that. And then I always explained it like, hey, guy's fucking in our, you know, between a rock and a hard place. You know, not the Rock in a hard place, because we know that him and the Rock shared some tequila together. But, you know, but maybe kind of, because it was like he wanted to get that Superman movie, that new Superman movie, but that was with Warner Brothers. And it's just, he was just in a tough spot. So it's like, nah, just going to stay away from that. But then what happened? He shows up on that Man of Steel watch on May 20th. Shows up, of course, in his blue tank top, and then tells Zack Snyder to show them. And what happens? The announcement of Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. Cavill even talking about he wants to see his face not all fucked up. So it's all weird. It's all crazy. I mean, I know I constantly get asked, are we going to get that Man of Steel 2? Even though like I kind of, it's kind of a pet peeve when people tell me like Man of Steel 2. And I'm like, well, technically VVS was Man of Steel 2. Just saying it was, I say Superman sequel. Okay. But yeah. So anyways, but when are we going to get that announcement? And I'm just like, I don't know. There's just everything's so up in the air right now. But right now, guys, I mean, as much as I know you guys love Henry Cavill as Superman, and Man of Steel was definitely something special for a lot of people. I mean, I would say when it comes to iconic comic book movie scenes, the first flight in Man of Steel is one of the best. You know, how do you show Superman with his first flight? You do it like that, where he fails and then succeeds. Everything about that movie, you know, there's so many things about that movie that are just so great. And I love the fact that it's becoming that people that hated on it before are now like coming around going, oh my God, this movie was great. Fantastic. Man of Steel. Have you seen that shit? Oh my God. That's the fucking shit. And then even when you still have the haters going like, well, I want a Superman like this, like that, like that. And we all go, that's what Man of Steel is, dick. That's what we got. Everything you said it's in this movie. Just saying. Maybe give it another watch. You know, just pretend that it's a different director, because obviously you hate, you know. It's just kind of funny. But I love the fact when I see people commend that maybe at first hated it. You know, it's just still being talked about after all these years. What, 8 years now? It's going to be 8 years. It's crazy. But I mean, every time I watch it, I'm just like, yeah, this movie is fucking great. It's fucking great. I mean, like, I remember even going, like, walking out going, oh, that movie was insane. There's some things I didn't like about it. There's things I didn't, that I had to come around to. And I did after just numerous watches. And when it comes to Henry Cavill's Superman, I'm just like, I don't want to see anybody else. I really don't. But I understand if that ends up happening. But I just really hope that does. And we'll see what happens if they can, on HBO Max, restore a little bit of that Snyderverse right there. Keep Cavill in there. See what happens with that. But guys, we got to remember that we are going to see him in the black and silver suit, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the way that he was intended. No fucked up, weird, you know, face. Okay. It's going to be Cavill's pretty face, and it's all going to be good, and it's all going to be gravy. And I can't wait to see it. So yes, Henry Cavill is Superman. He definitely is. And it's going to be difficult to see anybody take up, you know, those red boots. Take up the red boots. I don't know who can. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think about the that hashtag trending. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. And if you want to join the Film Junkie, hit the join button and become a Film Junkie member supporting the channel. Sure would appreciate it. I'll try to give you some behind the scenes stuff, some exclusive stuff. Follow me in the Sock Meds, Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook page has also been reinvigorated. And if you want to support the channel with Patreon, you could do that too. That's down below. And then, of course, there's merchandise. Yeah, hoodies, shirts, stickers, all that stuff. And that's pretty much it, guys. All right, guys. Talk to you later.